probably that's not there, and then deposit the key, my job is done. I think that culture has to be stopped. Have faith in our student community. Probably you will have to engage a group of students, give them responsibility. You say that you are responsible. Now in the evening, 5 o'clock to night, midnight, 12 o'clock, or even beyond 12 o'clock, if you want to operate, this key is given to you. Everything you have to take care. It is your responsibility. Other 10 students may be there, but you are a leader and you have to take care. And if you do that, I have seen phenomenal results. As I said, satellite is only one thing. You know that in Indore, there is a competition called as Baha SAE competition for all-terrain four-wheeler vehicle designing, fabrication and running on a very torturous track. And last 10 years this competition is going on. And out of that 7 years, this College of Engineering Pune is the champion, first place in the best design, fastest vehicle and running the race and winning the race. I think all that happened because the workshop is available for students anytime, anywhere. They want to come in and then start working. And there are many such cases which are case studies possible. What we need to do is compile all such case studies, and Professor Inauguration rightly pointed out what is known as Idea Lab. Every institution should create what is known as an Idea Lab. We call it by different name. AICTE has called it as an Idea Lab. We call it as an Innovation Lab. In Atal Innovation Mission, they call it Tinkering Lab. So name is not material. What is important is you have set of equipment, set of machinery which are available for the students 24/7. Don't insist on, even if something is broken, as long as he has not broken it deliberately and by mistake it has happened, please excuse me. And this philosophy is when we do it, and in fact when you excuse him, he will repair himself. He will find out an innovative way, jugaad way of doing it and converting it into again a useful, proper machine itself. And this talent is there amongst our students who are sitting in the backside. They should be on the front line. They are the frontline people who can really do innovation, who will take forward the spirit of entrepreneurship. They are the ones who will be able to do startups. People with grey hair like us, our career is over, so we will not be able to do anything. We have to depend on our young generation who have all the possible talent in them. It's only we have to feed them with proper fertilizer and give them promotion and say that you are doing a good job. Even giving the statement that, oh, okay, you are doing a good job will create some kind of an enthusiasm amongst them, and they will be able to create a great startup culture and innovation in our kids. Now coming to AICTE startup policy, I would like to briefly tell a few things. Already Namdar has said something, and there is something left for Vijay Kumar as well, so I should not do everything. But if you look at this booklet, thanks to EDI, we created this booklet which was launched by President of India on November 26th, November 16, as I said. We sent a PDF file, and this PDF file is available on our website, and every institution should put it also on their website, so that the policy is known to every faculty member, every student. But thankful to EDI and in particular, I think it is Secretary Rajaramanji who has put in place, they printed it, whatever we did, and this print looks better than what we had done. So this is innovation. From a PDF file, policy has been launched here, it is available here now, and they also have this important thing that is Entrepreneurship Development Institute has brought out Entrepreneurial University booklet also. I think these are all Bibles for us now. So we should treat them as Bhagavad Gita for us and start implementing this policy in letter and spirit. So I would like to deal, as I said, with few important things which are required to be done. And AICTE announcing is not good enough. As I said, 100,000 startups to come up in the next 10 years is possible only when all 10,000 technical institutes own it as their policy and then start implementing, and 10 startups start coming up from these institutions. So for that, there are certain things which even universities are required to do. Because colleges which are affiliated may not have full power. Those who are autonomous may have more flexibility. And Vijay Kumarji, we will tell about some case studies from some of the colleges. But importantly, our curriculum needs to be modified, changed, and it should not be run-of-the-mill type. Even if AICTE is giving a curriculum, it is only model curriculum. Each university, each institution should have flexibility in adopting that curriculum to the needs, local needs, and come out with courses which are relevant to them. And when we are doing that, if you have to have a successful startup policy of AICTE, we must have courses which are not only knowledge-based, skill-based, but also attitude-based. Because finally, this entrepreneurship is an attitude. It may not be there in all 100% students. Even if 10% of the students take it up as their priority area, I'm sure that the whole nation will supply manpower as well as products and services to the whole globe. That much potential we have in our country. We must certainly have courses on entrepreneurship development courses. In many colleges they are there. They may be as elective courses. And if someone takes up an entrepreneurship track, which is what we have propagated here, there must be some additional compulsory courses along with the regular civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering and electronics engineering courses. They are normal discipline. But every student who is interested in entrepreneurship should get a course on probably entrepreneurship. There must be a course on business management, and it's possible. And for such courses, please do not have your own regular faculty to take these courses because they are not good at it. They will not do justice to this. Otherwise, that will again become another theoretical course. Instead, this faculty, adjunct faculty scheme already exists. Please talk to your alumni, some of them who are successful entrepreneurs themselves, or even if they are not entrepreneurs, even if they are working in an industry, they can come and talk about this entrepreneurship course. They will talk about business management course. They will talk about the startup stream. They will talk about angel investors. I think that is what is required to be brought from outside rather than from inside. Of course, if a couple of faculty of the institution are also passionate about this, let them become co-teachers. Attend these classes, and when outside expert is not available, you start engaging yourself as well. So there must be twin facilitation which is possible. Someone who has some industry experience or some passion for entrepreneurship, they should attend such courses of outside experts and become experts in that program in a couple of years' time. And then merge with the students. Actually, one of the most important things is after the class hours, how much time you spend with students informally is more important than in the formal classroom with the lecturing. Lecturing part or giving notes or PowerPoint presentation is only one part of it. And in fact, even that in terms of classroom teaching learning is going to be going out of the business in a short duration of time. It is often said that the attention span of the present generation is not more than 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. In our times, we were happy sitting full 1 hour, taking down notes. But today, if the class teacher is continuously speaking for more than 10 minutes, automatically, slowly, mobile phone comes up and then WhatsApp will start operating, or Facebook page will be opening, and students will be least interested in what is happening in the classroom. And that's why the new term which has been used or coined is called as flipped classroom. So what we say is, whatever was happening in the past 10 years ago has to be flipped. Earlier in the classroom, there was a teaching learning or a lecture was happening. Students were learning in the classroom, and we used to give assignments, and students were expected to solve the problems at home and bring it. Although students at that time and now also, when it is given at home, naturally they copy from each other, and still they claim they have done themselves. So this was the practice in the past. In the flipped mode, we say that a video from an IIT professor or your own video can be made available to the student, all the students of the class. Let them go and watch that video in their homes, rooms, classrooms, wherever it is, and come prepared to the class. In the classroom, faculty member will only raise some challenging problem statement and ask groups of students to start discussing them, solve them, and come to the blackboard and tell to the students how has he solved the problem. And so there is a huge interaction. So in the past, teaching learning was in the classrooms, assignments at home. Now the teaching learning is at home, assignments and in the classroom. Not only that, earlier the class where students were absolutely silent, pin drop silence, that means that teacher is the best teacher, that's why everyone is keeping quiet. Whether they were keeping quiet because of the danda of the teacher, because of the strictness of the teacher, or was he really been making the class interesting, God alone knows. But today, in the classroom, if there is more noise, there is more learning taking place. That is the definition. So, because a group of 5-6 students are discussing amongst themselves, solving that problem, coming out with some idea, and that is what is teaching learning process which has been changing. And if we adapt to this technology, I'm sure that more and more innovations start happening in our institutions. More patents will come from our institutions. We must certainly have a patent cell in our institute, IPR cell, which will encourage students to file patents as well. So I think we talked about India, this Idea Lab, but these Idea Labs in each of these institutions should also collaborate with other institutions as well, and that's where the concept of India Idea Lab is there. So AICTE on its part will create a portal. Any idea which you have, you can create it, you can start developing it, you can share it on the portal. Another institution which has similar idea can work together. And very rightly pointed out in the morning was breaking off the barriers between different disciplines. We have to break all barriers between institutions, between departments, and I'm telling you, AICTE has changed a bit. Earlier, AICTE inspection teams, when they used to go to the colleges, if the college is running 3 programs, architecture program, pharmacy program, management program, and in the engineering program, they will ask, where is the land of this engineering? Where is the land of architecture? And not that, they used to go to a further extent that where is the partition between the two? Where is the difference? Where is the barrier between the two? I think those barriers have to be broken. We can share the facility as long as enough number of classrooms are there to cater to all the programs that are being run. No matter whether it is in this building or that building or in a multi-storied building in the 3rd floor and the 7th floor, doesn't matter. That is the spirit which we have taken, and those walls are broken. So if those walls are broken, students of pharmacy will talk to students of engineering, biotechnology, and pharmacy has a very close linkage. A student of mechanical engineering and management student will have a long discussion whereby a lot of products and services can be developed. I think these are very, very important and significant changes which are desired. And so, Idea Labs to Nations Lab does not mean only within the institute, intra-institute activity of collaboration has to begin, and only then, as a nation, we will be able to showcase the best of the products. But we have not done any original products, we are only tinkering. If we do this, I'm sure that hundreds of new products will be developed in this country, which whole globe will procure from this country. This is a facility which we are able. I already talked about MOOCs. Courses on entrepreneurship can be made available through this. Last but not the least, there should be a lot of flexibility in our curricula to allow students to take courses of this nature, apart from their normal engineering program, pharmacy program, management program. If you do that, only then some of these trainings will happen. And I already referred earlier to summer internship or winter internship. If adjunct faculty scheme is implemented in its letter and spirit, I am sure summer internship will become very easy to operate. AICTE on its part, we are discussing with MSME Ministry. Next week, I have a meeting with the Secretary MSME, and I want that all our students be supported to give internship, at least in MSMEs. So big industries, many times they don't allow. So MSMEs are the ones who also want something from the student. Their innovative bent of mind can be used by MSMEs, and MSMEs can provide this facilitation support. I hope this will also come through in a big style. In terms of pedagogy, we have talked about in this policy on-campus and off-campus, as well as entrepreneur on-campus type of initiatives. Now it is the ingenuity of every university how they would like to frame this. We have given a broad framework. One can have a parallel track. There are already in many institutions and universities dual degree programs. You have a BTech in mechanical engineering as well as law. Such kind of programs exist in, say, IIT Kharagpur. So apart from that, why not have a program in BTech in mechanical engineering and a second part of it is an entrepreneurship, or electronics and entrepreneurship, pharmacy and entrepreneurship, and these are all possibilities which as a broad framework is defined. Every university should go through this, and autonomous college also should go through this. They can tweak with this idea and develop a curriculum which can cater to such kind of needs. And if you do that, automatically entrepreneurial culture or ambience will start getting developed in our campuses, which will lead to those 10,000, 100,000 startups automatically. We don't have to do much. If we have to create that enabling climate, enabling atmosphere in the campuses, this is all going to be possible. Certainly we should get angels and venture capitalists in the classroom once in a while to give a talk. And if you have your startup fest or innovation fair and all the innovative things that your students have done, you create one day and call your own alumni, industrialists, venture capitalists, I'm sure that the matchmaking will take place. So shadi.com, we should have a entrepreneurship.com also, where you can have a match between angel investor and the startup initiative of an institution, and this is possible. And some of the institutions in the country who have done this, they have been greatly successful, and this model can be further explored. We also are creating ambience, in terms of workshops of this kind, seminars at even smaller places. But a bigger responsibility will be on some of the institutions who are already one step ahead. So without this support or the policy, some of the institutions in the country, as I said, Coimbatore has 5 such institutions. Chennai has 5 of them. Pune may have 3. Bombay has another 5, 10. Delhi has, Noida has, Gurgaon has. I have found out that there are at least 100 institutions in the country where there is already an incubation activity happening without any support from anyone. If they can become lead institutions, they can become the hubs for AICTE's policy and help in creating this in another 10 institutions in the neighborhood, we will have 1,000 institutions within no time. And that is what hub and spoke model which AICTE's policy talks about. And this picture which Sri Namdar has created, picture, you must look at very closely. It's a very strong interlinkage between all these kind of institutions and possible universities, AICTE, UGC, everyone is in the picture. So I think all of us together, if you do, I'm sure that it is possible. But these workshops also should showcase some of the governmental support which is already available. Many institutions are not aware. DST has TBI, Technology Business Incubator. Biotechnology Department has its own incubator activity. Our NITI Aayog has also got Atal Innovation Mission through which they are giving. So if these policies are known to the institutions, they can put up a good proposal and funding is available. Only that passion is required to be obtained from our faculty, our principals, our students, and such a proposal when it goes and it is submitted, I'm sure that funding will also be not a problem. And all your alumni, I think that is a great source of strength. And if alumni are posted on that wall of fame in your institutions, and when they come and see that, oh, my picture is also here, next year he will say, what I should do for the institution. I will be ready to either give in terms of funds, money, or in terms of kind by giving every year 5-10 lectures. I think that is what we must energize our alumni, our industry to come to the campuses and help us in developing this startup ecosystem in the country. And millions of jobs will be created. No use of talking about big industries. We should talk about MSMEs and startups. That is the future of the country. With these few words, if there are any questions later, I will take them. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The institution should have tie-ups with industries in order to implement startup policy effectively. We are really thankful for the AICTE schemes which are essential to make our nation global sensation entrepreneurship. Your suggestions for free ceramic improvement and innovations can be taken up by the institution present here.